One third of Pakistan has been completely submerged by historic flooding. Devastating flash floods have washed away roads, homes, and crops, leaving a trail of deadly havoc across Pakistan. At least 1,136 people have died since the monsoon season began in June, according to officials. One third of those killed are believed to be children. Village after village has been wiped out. Millions of houses have been destroyed. Who cares? Entirely displaced persons are people who have been forced from their homes within their home country by violence or natural disaster. Nigeria has the highest number of entirely displaced persons in Africa. In 2020, it counted 2.7 million entirely displaced people. Overall, Africa has the largest number of IDPs in the world. Who cares? Over 40 million Nigerians are unemployed. Most of them live on 1 meal a day. Who cares? An estimated 20 million out of school kids in Nigeria. Who cares? What do we really care about? What moves us to action? Why are we deaf to the cries around us? Why are we blind to the horror before us? Do you know you can hear without actually hearing and see without actually seeing? There's too much pain and suffering in our world, but as long as we choose to bury our heads in the sand, we will never notice. Have you ever wondered what happens to those who are unable to get medical care because they can't afford it? Have you ever wondered what happens daily to victims of domestic violence? Have you ever wondered what it feels like for a parent to watch their kids stay at home because they can't afford tuition? There is indeed pain and suffering around us. Our world doesn't seem to get better because we all seem to care less. Have you ever wondered what will happen if we all cared a bit more about the next person? More often than not, we say God will only walk through people, but how can He walk through the blind and deaf? Can He walk through those who don't care? If you've gone through this past week without hearing or seeing pain around you, then you need to check yourself. If you haven't felt sadness over what you see around you, then you need to check yourself. The worst life to live is one where we become immune or desensitized to the pain and suffering of those around us. We only focus on our joys, our families, our successes, our wealth, all to the detriment of our world. How then can our world get better if we all don't care? The funniest thing is that we all need one thing or the other from God, but we all don't care about what God needs. Do you know what God needs? He cares about the needy around you and is looking for those who will solve this problem for Him. Just the same way He's looking for someone to use to solve your own problem. Think about it. You are the answer to someone's problem, and you are the problem someone needs to find an answer for. That's life. Today, I want you to know one thing. God cares for the needy. He loves and cares for the poor and destitute, and He will sustain them with or without you. Have you ever wondered how they are able to withstand such hardship? He is there in their midst. What will kill you won't kill them. What will consume you won't consume them. Think about it. When the poor and needy seek water and there's none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittim tree, and the myrtle and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree and the pine and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. Need I say more? God is in the midst of the poor and helpless. Let me tell you a secret. It's actually an open secret. We have done many all nights. We have done many 40-day fasts. More often than not, we do this seeking God's intervention in one thing or the other. Do you know you can find God and His intervention faster when you go in the midst of the poor and destitute? There, in their midst, you will always find God. Zephaniah 3:12 says, I will also live in the midst of thee, an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. In an evil and uncaring world, God has left a poor and afflicted people so that we can find our way back to Him. How? Some might ask. And I will simply say, God is love, and it takes love to connect to the poor. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. God bless you all.